This is Draven Gray from Rock Singing Lessons, and I would like to talk to you about breathing for singers. A lot of people know breath control is like one of the most fundamental parts of singing. Being able to control the amount of pressure, how long you can hold a note, how airy your voice is, or how more compressed and closed off your voice is. Like a lot of that's about breath control. But it starts with how you breathe. Now, a lot of people talk about, breathe from your belly, breathe from your diaphragm. That doesn't mean a whole lot. If you don't know how to do it, that really doesn't mean anything. The idea is that breathing from up here, where you raise your shoulders or you tense up your neck, like you're breathing the top part of your lungs, you're filling that up. You're filling about a third of your lungs, and that's not a lot. And you don't have a lot of control there either. You can't control the air pressure as easily when you're all up here. So if you can expand your lower ribs, or think of it like expanding your kidneys. If you expand your kidneys, they won't do anything. They honestly won't move at all, but it'll get you thinking in that area and will help you move your lower ribs. When you do that, and you're expanding down in that core belt in your lower ribs, you expand 100% of your lungs. So there's little things you can do with that, little tricks like opening up almost like you're going to yawn or laugh really heartily, and breathing in low, expanding outward down there, and going, and you're full like that. Like, so in the middle of a song and you're running out of breath, you're full. And you kind of work off the top like an accordion, bellows, where you fill them up and you kind of work off the top of that. So you can keep filling up with that, something as simple as that gasp. Now, there's multiple ways to learn to breathe from down there just naturally. The gasp probably isn't going to become natural at first. It's not a natural thing. You want to breathe from up here. So try to relax your shoulders. Try to breathe from the stomach maybe at first, because that pulls the diaphragm down if you can't do it from your ribs. If you can expand your ribs, you're going to be controlling your diaphragm directly. So one way to do this, which takes about 2 or 3 weeks, is look up like Melissa Cross's breathing videos. They're awesome. Her Zen of Screaming DVD has a full direction on a breathing exercise that 2 or 3 weeks you're breathing from your diaphragm, where she has you lay on the ground, you like put one fist on your lower rib and one hand either, I alternate, you can put it on your chest or your stomach, whichever one helps. And there's a way to breathe in, like you expand for 8, you hold it for 8, you let it go for 8. Now, look that up if you can find it. I teach it to all my students. Another alteration of that, let's say you can't find that, is to lay down, put your knees up, put a book on your stomach, and try to breathe there. Now, it's not expanding your ribs so much, but you are expanding your core belt, and it's trying to get you away from breathing up here. So just breathe with the book on your stomach. Try that out. See how it works for you. Put a hand on your chest. Put a hand on your lower ribs. See if you can expand those out. Expand your lower ribs, that is. Keep your chest still. Those will really help you build up breathing from the diaphragm and give you that support. Because honestly, volume, almost everything comes from the amount of air pressure control you have. Volume is one where you push down. We talked about that in another video. You push down below your navel, it pulls the diaphragm down, narrows the vocal passage. It gets amplification of the voice through that, just because you change the way the air is moving through your vocals. That's just one example. Holding a note for 10, 20 seconds, that comes from volume expansion. It comes from getting that air volume in your lungs to expand out a lot, and then knowing how to compress the air so that you're pushing up with your diaphragm and you're holding back on the top. So these breathing exercises are really important for that. That one in particular would be using something like an S or blowing, where you're going. That actually, the more you're able to push without causing too much tension, expands your lung capacity. So that's the basics of breathing. If you want to know more, contact me or just click below, sign up for a first lesson, and I'll see you next time.